Hi guys, it's Phil. This is the first video in what should turn out to be a little bit of a series for IDICBeer's little terrain circle challenge for the year. Basically, if you haven't seen this already, I'll put a link in the description, but basically the task is to create a terrain piece using a circle starting base essentially. Doesn't necessarily have to be circular, but as long as it's rounded, I think was the prerequisite. Anyway, so what I've got as a base, just one of these nice kind of polystyrene pizza base things, textured on one side and plain on the other. So that's going to be my essential basis for the base for this terrain piece. Now, for inspiration, I was thinking for the last week or so, what can I actually do for this? What would fit the world of Age of Sigmar or the worlds? And I thought, you know what, there's a picture in here that'll be perfect. So I've got my little bookmark here, and it's the Realm of Life. Oh no, I'm just knocking cards absolutely everywhere. I get an absolute muppet. Too many playing cards around here. Right. So anyway, yeah, you've got this photo here. Well, not a photo, but a picture. And this is part of the Realm of Life during the campaign to save the Queen Alarielle, basically. And it's basically this realm has been corrupted by Nurgle. And I thought, well, I've run a Nurgle army and I've got a Wood Elf Sylvaneth army, so this would be ideal because I could use this for either of my armies in the Realm of Sigmar. So, what I kind of have now is all these kind of locations, and I can say, you know what of these would work well. And the two that stand out to me, there's these, which is the world, what does it call them? Pimples. The world pimples. So they're literally pimples coming out of the ground full of pus and gore and what have you. Just absolutely gross things. But then you've also got down here these vulturine geysers, which apparently they were once beautiful geysers of fresh spring water coming out of the ground, lending vitality to the area all around. You had beautiful birds of paradise and all that around there, but now it's just infested by vultures and rats and all horrible sort of nurgly things. And I was thinking that could be kind of cool, kind of like create a geyser effect somehow. I'm not sure how. Maybe I'd use, I don't know, I'll work it out when I get there. Anyway, I'm thinking it'll either be the pimples or the geysers, depending on what kind of stuff I can source. So yeah, you can imagine there's the base and you have a number of geysers, maybe 3 in the pox of Nurgle kind of design. That kind of would work quite nicely, I think. Because something I've had for a while, and I think these might be ideal, is these polystyrene balls, which I think these should do the job really nicely. If I cut these in half and place these down, maybe 1, 2, 3, I think I can create a really cool kind of nurgly geyser-y thing. And if it doesn't work as a geyser, then they can also kind of become the world pimples. In fact, the world pimples might be a little bit more suited to these because I've got quite a few, and you can get these in different sizes. I've only got one size at the moment, but I can try and get hold of some of the smaller ones perhaps. And see what I can do there. So yeah, that's currently where I'm at with this whole idea, thinking it's probably going to be the world pimples, but if I can get a geyser in there as well, that might be kind of cool. Maybe have a kind of almost a mix of those sort of elements. And then there's lots of really cool imagery throughout this book, which can also help to inspire, how I'm going to make this look. So you've got like a dirty old swamp there, which has got a great unclean one, having a little bit of a wade in. It was a nice fresh spring water. He comes along and totally sullies that, so that's interesting. And yeah, you've got some really cool kind of inspirational artwork throughout this book. He says, only finding photos from then on. I don't know if you can see these things, but War in the Hidden Vale. And there's some more. That's when they actually get into Athelweird. There's the Great Unclean one. So yeah, I think that's going to be my inspiration for this piece of terrain. So with any luck, I can make that look quite cool. And yeah, Please keep an eye out for future updates on this little project, and good luck to everyone else who's entering. If you haven't thought about entering yet, or you're a bit scared to do some terrain, I encourage you to have a look at the actual contest itself and see what the cool prizes are. And yeah, I'll see you again soon for this little project. Bye!